The utterances made by Minister Cuthbert not only sharply diverge from the values embedded in our national motto, out of many one people, but also fail to meet the standard of decorum and respect expected of our nation's leaders.
Bless up, my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl, Isabel Rose. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, the government introduces new management system to reduce ticket accumulation. The Ministry of Health partners with Nigeria to rid the country of these nursing shortages. As well as we've seen Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn disrespecting Mark Golding in the worst way, my people, causing a big distraction, so to speak, as to this whole stance with the government and opposition as it pertains to the constitutional reform. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run go over to my other platform. Subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1K for me, please and thanks. So my people, still on the matter of the constitutional reform, where we're seeing Mark Golding taking a stance not to sign off on the final report that was supposed to be sent to the cabinet. And some of them from the government side saying that, he wants to run the show basically on his own, and who say my hold the constitution at ransom from whatnot. And so right now, my people, we're seeing Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn, MP, former Olympian, my people, put on her Twitter, namely called X now, saying, so Master Mark has derailed the process of Jamaica becoming a republic. He is also a British citizen, and that's why he believes personally one should be able to have dual citizenship. This man is all about himself, nothing to do with Jamaica. And so right after that, my people, we're seeing, Juliet come under fire. This has been circulating all over the social media space, and we're seeing Nikisha Burchell from the People's National Party come out, basically come answer my people. And before me make you hear what Burchell have to say, this is the same MP, right, a former Olympian, where caught on a voice recording cussing one amount of expletives. These are the people them we represent. And it matters not which side, she's coming from. Wrong is wrong in all aspects. Right? And why at all times should these public leaders come out and behave in some derogatory way? I never heard, and this has nothing to do with me picking up for Mark Golding, I've never heard Mark Golding call any of them out of their names. You understand? And I feel that when you hold a public office or a public post and you're serving the public, there's just some things where you don't put out in the public space. I only can talk and tell me if I'm wrong for that, but that's just my opinion. Respect due to everybody. Same like how you would want that respect. Even if you want to say, Master Mark, keep that in your house. Don't bring it on so, but this is the disrespectful way of how them deal with things. So when it's not going in their favor or in their way, they attack your character, they attack your appearance and whatnot. And no wonder why none of them basically don't want the whole impeachment legislation to be a part of this whole constitutional reform. Because they want to behave any way, and no one must hold them accountable. They must not answer to anyone because it's apparent that they are working for themselves. May I make you hear what Burchell have to say, my people?
Disappointed that we have to address the recent comments made by Minister of State, the Honorable Juliet Cuthbert, on Twitter. The utterances made by Minister Cuthbert not only sharply diverge from the values embedded in our national motto, out of many one people, but also fail to meet the standard of decorum and respect expected of our nation's leaders, especially considering Ms. Cuthbert's role of overseeing citizenship matters in the Ministry of National Security. Miss Cuthbert claimed a superior right to Jamaican land based on her skin color and referred to Mr. Golding derogatorily as Massamark. How far will Miss Cuthbert go? Is it that anyone a shade or two lighter than hers do not have the same claim to Jamaica, even if they're born here? What lines of bigotry will she draw tomorrow when she disagrees with someone else's position? Such statements promote division rather than unity and are particularly inappropriate given Mr. Golding's heritage as a Jamaican born to a Jamaican mother in Jamaica and an English father, to a man who has dedicated his career in politics, law, and advocacy for the disabled community. This is a true embodiment of the ethos of Out of Many One People. It is really inconceivable to me that Minister Cuthbert, tasked with promoting national security, societal harmony, and respect and protection of all citizens, would engage in spreading hate and bigotry towards a compatriot who has significantly contributed to our nation. Such conduct, in my mind, is unbecoming of a leader, and it is imperative that she retracts her statements immediately. Miss Cuthbert is known for her profanity-laced and bitter rhetoric, and it is high time that the minister elevates her discourse to a level that genuinely reflects the dignity and spirit of our Jamaican ethos, rather than personal animosities. I'm calling on Minister Cuthbert to demonstrate her capacity to engage in debates that focus on arguments and issues rather than on personal attacks. This is an example she must set, not only for the children of Jamaica who are watching and learning from their leaders, but also for all citizens who expect and deserve a higher standard of discourse. We're calling on civil society, the Prime Minister, and all Jamaicans to join us in condemning these divisive and inappropriate remarks. We further urge Minister Cuthbert to issue a full retraction and a sincere apology to Mr. Golding and the nation. This here is an opportunity for her to show true leadership by promoting unity and respect among our people.
And to me, my people, this is a big distraction. Instead of them coming forward as the governing party or as the government of the day and letting the people know everything about this constitution reform that's put in the phase one, as they say, to let the people know whether they will move away from the Privy Council and to the CCJ. They come with a distraction tactic, calling, others out of their names and all of that. Right? Mark Golding, or I believe anybody that borns on a particular soil in a particular country is a citizen of that country. And so once you're born in Jamaica on Jamaican soil, aren't you a citizen of the country? And what does our motto say? Out of many one people. So once you're born on the Jamaican soil, it matters not if you're rich or if you're poor or if you're of high color or if you're a darker tone. It doesn't make you more Jamaican than the other person. And some don't know what this back and forth over people's citizenship and all of that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Some people, after spending some 309 million to refurbish the facility in the Chapleton area from a clinic to a small hospital, since 2019 the facility has undergone some extensive renovations and the government reopened it with much excitement in 2022 and announced that except for admissions and all services would be available any time of the day. So then basically roll out said they did have one 24-hour, hospital service there. And, persons in that community and neighboring communities felt good about it, noting that if they get sick during the wee hours of the night, they don't have to rush to the Mapping Hospital. And some people right now with the big dent in the shortage of nurses force that to be delayed, and so right now they might go up to at least 10 hours for the day and not the 24 hours. My people, remember we're seeing the minister roll out this 2.5 billion scholarship that they would spend across a 5-year period, having to use 500 million per year for the 5 years to assist those who want to be trained in the whole medical field. From dentists go straight back to nurses, doctors, you name it. And training them is one, but keeping them is the other. And if the pay, as I say, a whole heap of factors to it. The pay is one, resources to work with is another. And some people, it's so unfortunate to see that the people have to suffer in this way with this whole shortage of, healthcare workers in Jamaica right now. It's another dent, basically another nail to the healthcare system. So now they're willing to partner with Nigeria to get tutors to come to Jamaica to train the, personnel who are interested in the whole medical field.
So basically there are two things. The agreement through the Nigerian Technical Aid Corp is for persons to come to Jamaica. In this instance, our immediate requests are for trainers. So there's a request for trainers because part of the challenge with training more healthcare workers, nurses in particular, is that we don't have the faculty. It's very difficult to have faculty, and there are standards around faculty to student as required by the Nursing Council and other regulatory agencies globally too. So Nigeria, through your organization, the government and people are helping us to identify some faculty, and we look forward to that. And we're working with our ambassador in Nigeria to help us with that. The second, as I've said, is the need to look at a market-based recruitment where we are short on experts, in areas like advanced nursing, technical support in neonatal units, or otherwise. We are prepared to explore a market-determined recruitment of skill sets that you don't have, that you have a supply of, that we don't have in Jamaica, to give contracts for them to come here to work in our health system. And that is in keeping with the policy position that we're building out hospitals, building out health centers, expanding the cadre of labor, training more through the scholarship fund. But in the meantime, we also have to recruit, because we know too that we supply. And we have to take and adopt the principle that we supply, we have demands, we can demand also. And therefore international recruitment has to be a part of the program. We do it with Cuba, we have done it with Nigeria before. What we're saying is this is a kind of re-emphasizing the need to do it, and to do it more as necessary once we do not have our local people to fill those positions. So thank you very much. And
I assure you that Nigeria is capable and will give you all the expertise that you will need whenever you request. So you just send us the request and we'll package that for you.
And so in this segment, my people were seeing the Minister of Transport, Daryl Vaz, clamping down hard upon those motorists who have accumulated, a lot of tickets. And so right now, the Transport Minister is declaring that delinquent taxi operators who have accumulated several tickets will find it extremely difficult to evade the law once the new traffic management systems are fully implemented. And my people, with the country recording 162 fatalities from motor vehicle accidents alone, my people, we see why now them coming out clamping down. Because when some of them even caught, they have outstanding tickets, whole heap of outstanding tickets, and shouldn't even be driving. He also spoke on the new mandatory retraining and certification program that will be spearheaded by the island's traffic authority. And so all transport operators will have to complete the training before they are granted a license.
What has happened so far is that persons have been able to pile up these tickets without paying them, And I think that has helped to carry us where we are. What I want to say clearly, as I said before, is those days are done, and whatever it is that we can do to strengthen, to make sure that once you are in breach and you have an outstanding ticket, not only are you going to pay or go to court, but the bottom line is that flags everything in the government system, which will prevent you from doing business with government until such time as those are. Persons who wish to get a driver's license to drive public passenger vehicles would not be able to go through the normal process to get it. They would have to come through the ITA, which would make the ITA have a pool of the drivers and basically have a database of the drivers in relation to tracking them and monitoring them in terms of the vehicles that they're operating that are licensed by the Transport Authority.
Before such a license is granted to an individual, that individual would have had to go through all the existing processes. There is an added requirement now for this kind of training. I have the assurance from the managing director of the authority that this is an electronic-based system of training, which is to be delivered online, and that it is outsourced to a third party, and that there are the necessary safeguards to ensure that everyone who signs up for it has to complete all the requirements for the training and have to undergo the test, has to score the required pass grade before being issued with that certification, which they then take to the ITA for the PTV license to be issued.
So my people, this is an electronic based system where them are coming in with now to monitor all public passenger vehicles, drivers, you name it, every information about the driver of that vehicle, and that vehicle will be in this system. So we could see how effective it will be, and so they're making them know that the system will be tough to manipulate. So my people, the floor is open basically for you to comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about everything that was said in this video. From Juliet coming out, calling Mark Golding out time name. We see now it's like it's a trend for them to come out and say that word. Tell me what you think about the government, clamping down, creating this new system to, clamp down on those who have accumulated excess amount of tickets, and for them not to try to manipulate the system amongst, the shortage of nurses and them collaborating now with Nigeria. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Only a small fee per month to become a member of the Anisabel Rose movement. You have 2 levels of membership. You have the regular membership and you have VIP membership. Member shout out goes to Angela and Ivano Wallace. Big up on yourself, Mrs. Thanks for the continued support on the channel. We do notifications, shout out each and every video to be a part of that. All you have to do is be the first to like, comment, subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Matthew Lewis. Big up yourself, Matthew. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the video, share out the videos. Support the ABR movement by playing your part. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. Liking the video as you come on from the video is free. Please at least do that for the channel so the videos can be recommended to other viewers. Stay tuned for more videos, stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.